Hi, my name is Vaughn. I was at the Star in Frisco for the Dallas Cowboys draft for their second round draft pick.
That's the one that makes the most sense to me. They've got the interior offensive lineman already in Tyler Boker. Hello, Wisconsin. With the 44th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select defensive end, Boston College.
By the way, can you name the flagship DSLR that was drafted in 2020? Get the answers to this and more on this photo news brief. Welcome. You probably want to know the answer to the question. The Nikon D6 was introduced in 2020. The Nikon D6 has been marked as discontinued by several major retailers in Japan, including Map Camera, my favorite. But it has not been officially listed as an old product on the Nikon website. This suggests that while it may no longer be available, you can still find it somewhere. You can get your hands on one if you look hard enough, or even buy one used, but I would go mirrorless, just my preference. The discontinuation of the D6 is significant as it was Nikon's last flagship DSLR, marking the end of an era as the company transitions more fully into the mirrorless camera market. So I want to tell you a quick story of my evolution in photography. Not being able to afford the Nikon D6, I purchased a used Nikon D3s to get the big body feel. The D3s was heavy and built like a tank. I made a video on it, but I got used to carrying the weight. I had to do some push-ups to carry this camera around during events lasting more than an hour because it's just heavy. Hey, it's not for everybody. Plus, I have big hands. The D3s being similar to the D6 with its machine gun shutter and its 3D tracking autofocus. Remember focus and recompose? Those were the days. The Nikon D6 was the best of the best. I now have the predecessor to the D6, the Nikon Z9. I have completed the circle, at least until the Nikon or Red Z9 II is released. Can't wait. Next, Nikon released firmware for the Z50 version 2.60 and the Nikon Zfc version 1.80. Here are the changes. Also, Nikon updated NX Studio to version 1.9.0. This version now supports the Nikon Z5 II. NX Studio is free photo editing software. I made a few videos on how to use NX Studio. It's simple and not as complicated as Adobe Lightroom. Finally, let's talk about the TIPA Award winners for 2025. The best micro four thirds camera was the OM System OM3. The best ASPC enthusiast camera, the Nikon Z50 II. Best compact camera, Fujifilm X-M5. The best full-frame expert camera, the Nikon Z6 III. The best full-frame hybrid camera, the Canon R5 Mark II. The best full-frame professional camera, the Sony Alpha 1 Mark II. The best content creator camera, the Panasonic Lumix S9. The best premium camera, the Sigma BF. Okay, it seems TIPA wedged each camera maker into a category. I know the Sigma BF shouldn't be on anybody's list. In doing some digging, I found out the following. When a company like Sony, Canon, or Nikon wins the TIPA award, they must pay a licensing fee if they want to use the TIPA logo on their packaging or in marketing material. This is a significant source of revenue for TIPA. So we are looking at a fixed rate, so basically you have to tip TIPA. I knew something was wrong. There were 2 Nikon cameras on the list. Now that's it for this photo news brief. Have a nice day.